Here we go. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this lecture. Probably and definitely, this is going to be the last lecture on relative motion. In the last class, we were discussing river crossing problems, and I guess we discussed two very special cases of river crossing. The first case was crossing the river in the shortest time. I hope all of you remember it. What was that crossing the river in the shortest time? We remember this. We had seen the various types of equations that are made. In one screen, I gave you all the equations that could be made and all the questions that could be asked. We solved the problem on that as well. Then we moved on to the concept of crossing the river, following the shortest distance. And as soon as I say shortest distance, what I mean is I go directly from A to B, I go at an angle. But again, this condition is only possible when your river velocity is less than the velocity that the man can swim. Do we understand this? Do we remember this? Then I think we were discussing a problem based on this river boat, and I don't think we could solve this. So we will start today's class with the same problem. And the problem comes on your screen right away. A man can swim at the rate of 5 km per hour in still water. A 1 kilometer wide river flows at the rate of 3 km per hour. The man wishes to swim across the river directly opposite to the starting point. The first question is, in what direction he must swim? What would be his resultant velocity? When someone says resultant velocity, that is the velocity of man with respect to ground. How much time will it take to cross the river? Do we understand this question, everyone? I'll give you 2 minutes to solve it. If you are done, please let me know.
Sir, A is tan inverse of 3 by 4, sir.
A is tan inverse of 3 by 4. From which direction are you giving me this angle? From where are you giving me this angle, beta? With the direction of river flow, vertical direction, which direction are you giving me this? I hope you understand my question. Yes or no? From which direction are you giving me this answer? It seems like everyone is confused. If this is how the river is flowing, in this direction, let us assume that the river is flowing. You have given me an answer. From where is this answer? Yes, bacha. Which angle are you telling me? Okay, I'll give you time. I've always told you that whenever you come in my class, please go through what we had done in the previous class. How many of you have gone through the previous class notes? Only 1 or 2 students. Well, then the entire class goes waste, beta. So don't come reading what we had done in the previous class. This entire class is going to get waste. Well, I'll give you 5 minutes. Go through what we had discussed. I can't discuss it again because that will be a waste of my time. Your time may not be important to you, but my time is absolutely very important. For me, every second of mine matters. So I am not going to repeat what I already discussed. Give you 5 minutes. Go through what we had done in the last class. And remember, whenever you come to the next class, you come tomorrow, you must go through what we had done yesterday, else it is a waste of time. And time is a luxury that we don't have. You must realize it. More importantly, we are still not finished with kinematics. And the student that I am taking elsewhere, we have started the last topic, that is fluids. We are done with entire mechanics. We are done with entire thermodynamics. We are done with waves. Only properties of matter is left. And here we are still in kinematics, roaming around in kinematics. You can see your NEET counterparts. They are started with NLM. And if everything goes fine, their NLM and friction would finish by the end of this week. They will move on to work by energy. We will still remain in kinematics. Well done. So still time, 5 minutes. Go through what we had done. And I'll ask you questions then. So go through what we had done in the last class. And then you tell me the answer for this one. Okay, we have some noises. Yes, tell me. No one remembers anything from the last class? Sad day. Go through this. I'll show you the screen. I won't speak a word, because for me, my time matters. My energy matters. Your energy does not matter. Your time does not matter. You are useless people. For you, time doesn't matter. You are playing around with time right now. When time plays around with you, I won't speak anything. This is there that I discussed in the last class. Go through it. I'm not going to say anything. After 2 minutes, I will change the screen to the other one. Read it yourself. My job is done. If you don't do your job, no one is going to help you.
Or by 5.
So this was your shortest time. The next screen I will show again for 2 minutes. This is for shortest distance. Read it and then give me the answers. Shortest distance. So that was it. Now I wait for your answers. Before
37
going
degrees.
before going on to the answer, I must tell you that the same question I did with your NEET wala students, and they did it without me telling anything. That is why they have gone so far ahead. Just telling
Sir, answer is 37 degrees.
from where, beta? From where? From where?
From point A.
From point A. In which direction from point A? This direction 37 degrees. This direction
X
37
axis.
degrees. This direction 37 degrees. This direction 37 degrees. This direction 37 degrees. There are infinite numbers of direction from A. So which direction are we talking about, bacha? Tell me. Yes. Which direction are we talking about?
Northwest, sir.
Northwest. I don't know where is northwest. The problem is you don't understand the question. So this is downstream. This direction is downstream. He will move.
Upstream, sir.
He will move like this with a velocity v. His velocity u will get added up like this. The net velocity will become like this. This is given as 5. This is given as 4. So this velocity, which is the velocity of man with respect to ground, becomes under root of, sorry, this is not given as 4, this is given as 3, I guess. So this becomes under root of 5 square minus 3 square. So this becomes 4. This angle you can find out from any ways. You will get this angle as 37 degrees. I told you normally the direction is given from the direction of river flow. So we were talking about this direction. The direction from river flow is 90 plus 37. And the answer is 127 degrees from the river flow. This is how clear your answer should be. If your answers are not clear, because all the options would be given in the 4 choices. 27, 37 degrees would be given, 127 degrees would be given, everything would be given. You just say 37 and you don't know from where you have found those 37, it is of no use. So that is the first answer, 127 degrees with the direction of river flow. Do we have the answer for the next one? What should be resultant velocity? What is its resultant velocity?
Sir.
Yes, beta?
4 kilometer per hour.
Well done. Resultant velocity means velocity of man with respect to ground, and that is 4 kilometer per hour. Third question. How much time does it take to cross the river? So you have to divide W by VMG. I've given you all these formulae. So W is 1 kilometer. This is 4 kilometer per hour. So you get 1 by 4 hour. 1 by 4 hour is 15 minutes. Do we understand this? Yes or no? I add one more question here. Question number D. How should he swim? To cross the river in shortest time? How should he swim to cross the river in the shortest time? Can you tell me the answer for this one? How should he swim to cross the river in the shortest time? And what is the answer?
A to B, sir.
How should he swim?
Sir, perpendicular.
Right now, he is swimming from A to B. That is not the correct answer. Yes, he should swim
Perpendicular.
So that is not the answer. His velocity with respect to water must be perpendicular to the velocity of water. Do we understand this? Then the last question, find shortest time. Find the shortest time. So now you have 2 minutes to give me the answer for this one. What is the shortest time?
Sir, 12 minutes.
Shortest time is 12 minutes. That is correct. How did you get it? Well done. How did you get it? So to find the shortest time, he must swim perpendicular to the river. His entire velocity is in the perpendicular direction. His effort. So the time in that case, again, you just have to remember that diagram of shortest time. The time in that case, my dear friends, was W divided by V. Yes or no? W is still 1. V now becomes 5. 1 by 5 hour means 12 minutes. So you can see he is crossing the river faster. In fact, this is the fastest time that he can clock to cross the river. Do we understand this, or this has gone above our head saying bye bye, I'm going, don't worry about me? I'll give you 1 minute to solve this, to write this.
Done, sir.
Done, everyone, sir?
Sir.
Well done, sir. Then, sir, this question, sir. Let's see who does it, sir. So here comes the question, sir. You can read it, sir, and get the answer, sir. A boat can be rowed at 4 meters per second on still water. Why I'm not appearing? Yes, now I'm on. It is used to cross a 200-mile wide river from south bank to the north bank. The river current has a uniform velocity of 3 meters per second towards east. In which direction must it be steered to cross the river perpendicular to the current? So first case, he wants to cross the river perpendicular to the current. How long will it take to cross the river in a direction perpendicular to river flow? In which direction must the boat be steered to cross the river in the minimum time? I hope you understand the language of this question. That is why this question was given, so that you don't get confused as to what is being asked and what you need to do. So here is the question for you. Let's see who gives me the answer.
Sir, first one 127 degrees with the river flow.
Okay, that's good. That is correct. How long will it take?
Sir, 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
40 seconds.
No. That is not 40 seconds. Forty seconds is the minimum time, beta. That is the minimum time. That is not the time to cross the river in a direction perpendicular to river flow. Shall I do it?
Sir, 50 seconds.
50 seconds is correct. What is the third answer then?
Sir, third one 150.
Third one, 150. That is correct. Well done. Every one of you has got the answers. How many of you got the answers? Okay, so let us first go ahead and see what is what. This 5 meter per second is the velocity of man or boat with respect to river. This is our W, the width of the river. And this is our U, the velocity of river with respect to ground. The question is same, the diagram is same. Let me not waste any time in drawing the diagram. In which direction it must be steered to cross the river perpendicular? So we remember he must go like this with a velocity V. Then the velocity of the river gets added up like this. And then he ends up directly on the other end. Do we remember this, yes or no? So this becomes his velocity of man with respect to ground, and this angle you can find out. This is given as 3 and it is exactly same as the previous case, yes or no? So this angle becomes your 37 degrees. So your angle with the river flow phi becomes 127 degrees. We understand this part? It's exactly same as what the last question was. How long will it take to cross the river in a direction perpendicular? So he is moving such that he moves from A to B. So he's crossing it in the shortest distance. So how much time will it take in that case? Time in that case is equal to the width of the river divided by VMG, and that is 200 divided by what is the velocity of man with respect to ground? It will be under root of, this is not 4, I think this is 5. Under root of 5 square minus 3 square. So this is 4. Yes or no? So it will take 50 seconds to cross the river. In which direction must the boat be steered to cross the river in the minimum time? So he must move perpendicular He must move perpendicular. So velocity of the man with respect to boat, with respect to river should be, velocity of boat with respect to river should be perpendicular. Do we understand this? What is the shortest time? T shortest. W divided by V, 200 divided by 5, and that is 40 seconds. Shortest time. How far will it drift? To find out the drift, we multiply the time with the velocity of the river. So it is 120 and not 150. Do we understand this? Don't multiply it by 50, multiply it by 40. This is how things are done. Do we understand this? Pakka? Shall we move ahead? So the last category of problems. And the last category of problems are this one. What are they known as? They are known as wind airplane problem. Now these wind airplane problems are exactly similar to something that we have already done. Airplane doesn't fly on ground, it flies in air. And in air there is wind. So this wind airplane problems is exactly similar to something we have already done. What is that thing? What are those problems which are exactly similar to this wind airplane problems? Yes. Huh? Airplane moves in wind. We've only done 2 or 3 problems here. What are these problems exactly similar to? Huh?
Rain Man problems.
Rain Man problems. They're not similar to Rain Man problems. Airplane has to go somewhere. Boat had to go somewhere. This man was just roaming with the umbrella in his hand. He had nothing to do. So these problems are similar to? These problems are similar to? River boat problems. River has been replaced by wind. An airplane has been replaced, or boat has been replaced by the airplane. Boat moves in water, airplane moves in wind. In the exam, the problem is exactly similar. Now we were given the velocity of river with respect to ground u. Here you will be given velocity of wind with respect to ground. Do we understand this? Huh? There you are given the velocity of boat with respect to river. Here you will be given what? V, which is the velocity of airplane with respect to wind. Airplane moves in wind. Do we understand this? Yes or no? So these problems are exactly similar. So in that problem, we had found out velocity of boat with respect to ground. Here also we can find out velocity of airplane with respect to ground. And velocity of airplane with respect to ground will be velocity of airplane with respect to wind plus velocity of wind with respect to ground. Do we understand this? Yes or no? This has gone above our head saying bye bye, I'm going, don't worry. So these problems are exactly similar. Exactly similar. The problem that I can make for wind and airplane, if I just replace wind by river and airplane by boat, the problem is exactly similar. Do we understand this? Yes or no? But there is a very small difference between the problem. When we were in a boat, the only intention was to cross the river no matter where we go. We might go in the shortest distance, we might go in the shortest time. We did not worry. Okay, we had to cross the river. If we don't reach here, we will reach there. But the problem with airplane is something else. If I sit in an airplane from Bhopal and supposed to land up in Hyderabad, I cannot land up in Mumbai, right? So the airplane cannot go anywhere just because he want to cross it in the shortest time, or just because he want to cross it in the shortest distance. He just can't go anywhere. Do we understand this? Yes or no? So I cannot make a question where find the shortest time. There is no shortest time here. Shortest time from Bhopal to Hyderabad is a direct straight line. That means I cannot move the airplane anywhere, because if I move it anywhere, I will not land up in Hyderabad. I might probably land up in Bangalore. That is what not is intended. Flight to Hyderabad has been diverted to Bangalore because he started studying physics and started putting relative velocity there. That cannot be done. So the problem here is, if I have to go from point A to point B, I will have to go from point A to point B no matter what happens. Do we understand this? Huh? Okay. Now, what sort of problem would be here? The problem would be very simple. You will be supposed, the airplane will be supposed to go from point A to point B, and then wind will start to move, and we will have to find something. So instead of telling you what something, I will make a problem, and that will probably make you understand what type of problems can come. An airplane, remember all these problems are fictitious, has a wind speed. Now I am just using this term. What do you mean by wind speed? His speed in wind. The velocity of airplane with respect to wind has a wind speed of 8 meters per second. The plane has to go from point A to B Let me not make it 8. Let me make it 10. 10 meter per second. From A to B, 160 meters apart. Wind is blowing. Obviously, wind has to blow. Wind is blowing perpendicular to AB. Oops. Wind is perpendicular to AB at a speed of 6 meters per second. Find number A, velocity of airplane with respect to ground. Number 2, B, the time taken by the plane to reach from A to B. The question is there for you. Let's see who gets me the answer. The time starts now, my dear friends. Good or bad, I don't know which one. You have 2 minutes to show your talents. And remember, this question is exactly same, word to word same from the question that we have already done. We can also add one more question here. Question C. In which direction the plane must be steered? Let's see who gives me this answer. Yes, bacha. Anyone has an answer? Huh? No one has an answer. Shameful. The only thing that has changed, my dear friends, is the language of the question and nothing else.
So
Is that yes?
So velocity of aeroplane with respect to ground is 16 meter per second, sir.
Velocity of airplane with respect to ground is 16 meter per second. How did you get 10 plus 6 is 16? Hai na? That is great. Well done. One is 10, one is 16. Add them. Get the answer. Right. What type of quantity is velocity? What type of quantity is velocity? Tell me, bacha.
Vector quantity, sir.
Oh. It's a vector quantity. Oh God. I did not know it. I thought 10 plus 6 is 16. Huh?
Sir, under root 136.
Yeah. Now I have one more revolutionary answer. 136. Jabbar. Remember, my plane is supposed to go from Bhopal to Hyderabad, not from Bhopal to Mumbai. You're sending it from Bhopal to Mumbai. You're sending it from Bhopal to Mumbai. It's supposed to come from Bhopal to Hyderabad, my dear friends, not go to Mumbai. So it seems that we have given up. So I should step in and solve the question. So here is the question ka solution, my dear friends. Solution. So dear, this is my point A. And this is the point B, shortest distance. I go from A to B. Dung, 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 dung. I have to go from A to B. A is Bhopal, B is Hyderabad. How should I go? I have a plane. It looks like a steering wheel of a car, but this is a plane. Yes. How should I go? Huh? That is the first question. How should I go? That is the one that you must answer first. In which direction the plane must be steered? Tell me. How must I go? Remember, there is one thing here. Ting 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 ting. What is it? Ting 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 ting. What is this? Ting 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 ting. With music, I gave you the description. What is this? Ting 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 ting.
Wind, sir.
Wind, sir. Well done, sir. Chalo, sir. We are in the same universe. This universe is good. This is wind blowing, sir. Here, sir, like this, sir. And this gentleman wind is blowing at a gentle speed of 6 meters per second. I have to go from Bhopal to Hyderabad. How should I go? That is the problem, sir. We don't understand. Once the language is changed, we are just gone. Ting 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 ting. Ting 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 ting. If I go straight from A to B, I will never reach Hyderabad. I will land up in Mumbai. I have to land up in Hyderabad. So what do? I take my plane here like this. V is the wind speed. I take my plane like this. That is 10 meters per second. Speed of plane in air. Then this air will add up. Ting 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 ting. That gives me this ding 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 ding. And I land up at Hyderabad. This is 6. This is my gentlemanly velocity of this airplane with respect to ground. How much is this? It is definitely not 16. It is definitely not root over 136. It is very nice 8 meters per second. Do we understand this? Yes or no? It has gone above our head saying bye bye. Bye bye, I'm going. Don't worry about me. I'm gone. Out. This is exactly the same question. Shortest distance. I have to go from A to B in a straight line. But if I move in that straight line, wind will throw me away. I will land up in Hyderabad. Instead of Hyderabad, I land up at Chennai airport. I have to go to Hyderabad airport. So I go like Dui. Then wind at Pui. It becomes Tui and I go straight. In what direction should I steer? So this is the angle should I go. And that angle, everyone knows is how much? Tan inverse of 6 by 8. This is 37 degrees. Yes or no? So I should move at an angle of 37 degrees with the line AB. 37 degrees with the line AB. Do we understand this or this is gone above our head saying bye bye, I'm going? Gone? What is the velocity of plane with respect to ground? It is 8 meters per second. It is not 16, it is not root over 136. Because if it becomes root over 136, I will not end up in Hyderabad, I will end up in Chennai airport. What is the time? Now I know 8 meters per second is my velocity along from Bhopal to Hyderabad. The distance is 160 meters. So the time is 20 seconds. I will land up in the Hyderabad airport in 20 seconds. Do we understand this or this has gone above our head saying bye bye? I'm going. Do you understand this? Yes or no? Everyone understands this? This is the same question. Shortest distance. Remember, I have to go from A to B no matter what. I can't go in the direction of A to B because I will end up in Chennai. And Hyderabad and Chennai are not friends, right? Not in IPL, not elsewhere. If I have to go to Hyderabad, I will have to go to Hyderabad. That's it, not to Chennai. Can I give you a next one and hope that we will end up in Hyderabad airport and not the Chennai one? Chalo, let's see. Let's see who gets to Hyderabad and who gets to Chennai. IIT Chennai is number one in India, I must tell you. IIT Hyderabad is not. So there Chennai wins, hands down. Anyways, that was Chennai and Hyderabad. This is this. Right? I am not going to Chennai. I am not going to Hyderabad. I'm starting from Bhopal and ending up in Bhopal. That is the question. Find the time an airplane having velocity v takes to fly around a square of side A if the wind is blowing at a velocity u along any one side of the square. Now, this question may look very difficult just to save time because we don't have time. And I can't give you so much of time. So what I will do is I will draw a diagram for you to understand what the question says. So I will draw a diagram for that matter. Oops, what is this? So I will draw a diagram. This is my square. And I have to go from A to B to C to D and back to A. There would be an aeroplane who have to go from A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. The airplane can move with a velocity v. That will be the velocity of the airplane with respect to wind. And this wind is blowing. The length of the side is A. So you must remember the length of the side is A. And the wind is blowing like this. Ding 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 ding. Along this side the wind is blowing. The velocity of the wind like this is given as u. And this plane can fly with an airspeed of v. The airspeed of the plane, wind speed, airspeed is v. How long will it take to go from A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A? So this comprises of everything that we have done so far. Relative velocity in 1D, 2D, 3D, and so on. Yes, we have an answer. Well done. Yes, bacha. We have an answer already. Good. No, I was just happy for no reason. Do we understand the question, bacha? Do we understand the question? Find it out then. Do not move your heads. Find out the answer. If you have any doubts, ask.
2a by v square
2a by
v square minus u square
2a by v square minus u square. Well done. Anything else?
v plus root v square minus u square.
So you are telling me the answer from the module, right? That is not what you should be doing. What you should be doing is solving it. And how to do it. I gave you one question before that so that you can solve this one without any help. Let's see who does it. Shall I help you in doing this? How are you supposed to do this? Anyone, any idea? Now, when he goes from A to B, going from A to B is like going downstream from a river. Yes or no? River, the wind is flowing in the same direction. I have to move in the same direction. So time taken to go from A to B will be simply equal to A upon V plus U. Yes or no? Downstream problem. See, everything getting added up now. Time taken to come from C to D is an upstream problem. Yes or no? River flowing like this, I going like this. So A upon V minus U. So these two problems are downstream and upstream problem. Then the other two problems are replicas of problem number just now what I had done, right? Now I have to go from A to C. How should I go from A to C? Sorry, I have to go from B to C. How should I move? I should move like this. Yes or no? I should move like this with a velocity V. Then the velocity U will get added up. And my net velocity will become like this. Yes or no? What will be this velocity? This will be under root of V square minus U square. So under root of V square minus U square would be the velocity along BC. Yes or no? So what will be the time taken to go from B to C? A is the distance divided by root over V square minus U square. Do we understand this? Now coming from D to C, D to A is same but in the opposite sense. So how should I move? I should move like this. Yes or no? With the velocity V. The velocity of river will get added up like this U. And I will get the net velocity like this and dung, I will end up at point A. Yes or no? How much is this? This is again root over V square minus U square. Do we understand this? So what is the time taken to go from D to A? It is again A by root over V square minus U square. The total time would be, you will need to add up all the times and you end up with your answers. Do we understand this? Any one of us got this answer? No one. Okay, not a problem. You can note this down and remember it. These are the types of questions that are going to come in the exam. I've sent you the sheet already, right? I've sent you the sheet. So try questions from that sheet. That is more than enough that you will need to do. And these are the type of questions that will come in your final exam. When I say final exam, that is the JEE Main of 2024. So I'll end on this note. If you have any doubts, you can come up. I will probably keep a doubt session also. Don't worry about that. So I'm talking to sir and I probably keep a doubt session. So whatever doubts you have, you can discuss it in that class. Okay. Take care. Have a nice day. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye, bacha. Did you understand what we have done today?
Yes, sir.
Remember, do small problems and add these 3 small problems, you get a difficult problem. You see, this problem is made up of upstream, downstream, and vertical. That's it. You do 2 problems, you are done with this. Take care. Have a nice day.